President of the Minneapolis City Council. Welcome to our meeting today. Before we begin our official business, we often have special resolutions, and today is timely and important. I'm going to turn the microphone to my colleague, Councilmember Warsame, to read the resolution, which is one for the Minneapolis City Council to stand with the people of Ethiopia right now, and I will let him explain and read the resolution.
Thank you, Madam President, and we also have School Board Director Siad Ali here as well today. And this resolution basically came about because of events that are taking place in the country of Ethiopia, and the resolution goes as, and it's been signed by all my colleagues, so thank you very much to everyone. And the title of the resolution is Expressing Concern and Condemnation over the Humanitarian Crisis and Communal Violence in Ethiopia, whereas the Somali and Oromo ethnic groups have struggled for over a century for the self-determination and have been historically marginalized since the inception of modern Ethiopia. And whereas since 2015 there have been mass demonstrations led by the Oromo and other communities to bring about civil rights, justice, and a more equitable Ethiopia. And whereas Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali was recently appointed Prime Minister of Ethiopia and has articulated a reform agenda centered around love and unity to combat hatred and division. And whereas recently Ethiopia has seen an increase in communal violence, which has resulted in the loss of hundreds of lives and the displacement of thousands of ethnic Somalis and Oromos from their homes. And whereas this continued humanitarian crisis has affected communities notably in Tuliguled, Babili, Moyale, Wolgo, and many other towns. And whereas the Human Rights Watch in July 2018 published a detailed report about the horrific situation many Somali prisoners encounter at the notorious prison known as Jail Ogaden, and discussed the lack of accountability by the Ethiopian government, and whereas the city of Minneapolis is home to the largest concentration of Somali and Oromo communities in the United States, living side by side in peace and harmony, and whereas residents of Minneapolis are alarmed at the ever-increasing death and displacement, continued incarceration of political prisoners, and the mob justice many innocent civilians are facing in Ethiopian cities. Now therefore be resolved that the Mayor and City Council do hereby urge the government of Ethiopia to respect the Somali and Oromo people's rights to their land, their self-determination, and to safeguard their human rights and dignity. We call on Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali to take concrete action to immediately halt violence and return all displaced civilians to their homes. This is a resolution that affirms our commitment to human rights and justice. And the reason why that this resolution is coming out at this time is because we are honored to have the Ethiopian Prime Minister, and I think the first ever Ethiopian Prime Minister, to visit the Twin Cities, and he's on his way to visit the Twin Cities, and there will be an event on the 30th of July, Tuesday 30th of July. And we thought, and the communities have thought, that this is a very important step to concentrate the new Prime Minister's mind to the importance of the lives of our civilians back in Ethiopia. And this is a message of peace, it's a message of love, and I thank my council colleagues and the mayor for signing on to this resolution. And I want to give Mr. Siad Ali.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Warsame and other members. Thank you very much, Madam President. The Oromo and the Somali community are brothers and sisters, and they share everything in life. Therefore, it's very important that we have to condemn the violence that's going on in Ethiopia, and this is a great opportunity that the Prime Minister of Ethiopia is visiting us. It's really a noble idea that we share our united voice as a city of Minneapolis, that we care about human rights in East Africa. So thank you very much, Council members, and we are very delighted that we are here standing together for what's right, and that's human rights. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And I just also want to thank my colleague, Councilmember Warsame, for his leadership in fighting for Minneapolis and the United States of America to continue to be a refuge from people who are fleeing this kind of humanitarian crisis and violence. And it's a shame that we have to do so, but we are standing with you and the community in that fight as well. So we do have the one resolution today on the agenda, which expresses our support for civil rights for the people of Ethiopia, condemning the humanitarian crisis and communal violence happening in that country. Councilmember Warsame has read the resolution. Is there any comment?
The resolution by adding the following resolve clause. Be further resolved that the city clerk be directed to send a copy of this resolution to the Ethiopian Embassy in Washington, D.C., the State Department's Africa Desk, and the Minnesota Federal Delegation.
qaraarkaas uu saxiixay duqa magaalada 13 gudoomiyaasha ka tirsan golaha deegaanka qaraarkaas oo ku saleysnaa codsi aan u gudbinayno ra'iisul wasaaraha cusub ee dalka Ethiopia Dr. Ahmed Ali oo aan ka codsanayno in la joojiyo dagaalada ku soo cusboonaaday Soomaalida iyo Oromada xasuuqa shacabka in soo celiyo dadkii hantidoodii in la sharaftooda iyo dignity-ga labada qowmiyadoodba la ilaaliyo qaraarkaas waxa ku xuseynay halganka dheer ee Soomaalida u soo galeen Soomaali galbeed iyo qowmiyadda Oromada oo soo gashay Oromiya iyo dhibaatooyinka faraha badnaa ee labadaas qowmiyadood kala kulmeen dalka Ethiopia maantana waxaan xusnay inuu isbedel dalka Ethiopia ka jiro isbedelkaas hormood ka yahay Dr. Ahmed Ali oo safar ku soo ah magaalada Minneapolis oo imaan doona 30 bishan July taasoo arbina ka faa'iideysano inaan codsi midaysan oo magaaladeena maamulkeena u gudbino annagoo dhahayno shacabkeena East Africaanka oo magaaladan ku nool si walaaltinimo ah Oromo iyo Soomaali magaaladan isku dad bay yihiin way isjecel yihiin way isla nool yihiin waxaan rabnaa saas oo kale in iskula noolaan dalka Ethiopia oo la joojiyo dagaaladan iyo dhibaatooyinkan ka dhacday Tuli Guuleed Babili iyo hadda ugu dambeyntii Mooyaale iyo Tulooyin aad u fara badan annagoo shacabkaas deegaanadaas joognana dhahayno waan taageersanahay noloshooda iyo sharaftooda iyo karaamadooda waxaan rabnaa in dagaalka la joojiyo iyo in la helo nabadgelyo waarta ah dagaalkan waxa joojin kara dawladda Ethiopia waxa mas'uul ka ah Dr. Ali oo soo socdo taasoo qaraar ku saleysnaa waxaan rabnaa ka faa'iideysano dadkeena meeshan joogo dareenkooda iyo fursaddan aan helnay oo ra'iisul wasaaraha aan ku soo dhaweynayno magaalada Minneapolis sida la socotiin anigu waxaan horta ilaahay ugu sharfay inay doortaan Soomaali iyo Oromo iyo dad kale oo fara badan laakiin waxaan dhibaato aad u fara badan u aragnay dhibaatooyinkan ilaa 3 sano soo socotay oo markaas laga hadlayay dadkan walaalahana uqdad iyo lagu beeray iyo cadowtinimo marka anigu waxaan ka codsan lahaa shacab weynaha labada qowmiyadood meel kasta ay joogaan inay cadaadis saaraan dawladda Ethiopia inay xal waar u helaan Soomaalidana meel kasta ay joogaan ama ha joogaan kuwa siyaasiyiintooda jooga Kenya iyo siyaasiyiintooda jooga Muqdisho iyo siyaasiyiintooda jooga deegaanada kale inay ayakuna si midaysan uga hadlaan dhibaatadan sida labada qowmiyadoodba loo badbaadi lahaa dhibaatadan la joojin lahaa waxa kale oo rabaa inaan ka codsado dadka baraha bulshada iyo meelaha ka hadlo gaar ahaan Soomaalida iyo Oromadaba activistyadooda dhan inay xaaladda dejiyaan joojiyaan hadaladan hadeer keeni kara dhibaato iyo faras ku taaga iyo faras ku fiiqida dad jooga Minneapolis iyo American ma ahan inay u horseedaan dadkooda jooga deegaanada Ethiopia dhibaato iyo maslaxad darro way anaku intaba maslaxad baa ku haysanaa iyo nabad ilmaheena si fiican u seexdaan waxaan rabnaa ilmaha deegaankaas jooga iyo dadka deegaankaas jooga nolol sida mid anaka aan leenahay kale la sima wana mahadsantihiin